Hey everyone, Jeff Sorry from the Practical Drummer here. I want to show you a really cool sounding fill that I just made up. I articulated it differently. I've been playing this fill, but I just came up with a new way to articulate it. So I wanted to show that to you. It might be a short video, but here we go. So what I want to do is I want to accent the, it's a pattern of 5's, but I'm in 4/4 using 16th notes, okay? So if I accent every 5th 16th note, I'm going to get a 4/5 pattern. I'm not going to go into that right now, but basically it's going to accentuate the 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, so 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So that's every 5th 16th note. Instead of every 4th, which would be on the beat, I'm going to do every 5th, so it's going to shift hands. 1 and 2. Okay. So that's pretty fun actually to play. Okay, so that's kind of a cool fill, but what I want to do is spice it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double up the first note. So I'm going to double up every time I hit this accent. I'm going to double up with a 32nd note, okay, in between. So it's, instead of going 1 E, I'm going to go 1 E because the first accent is on the 1 if I start on the 1, okay? So I'm going to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So it ends on a dub 1. Okay? So again, instead of 1 E and I'm going to go 1 E and Okay? So, but the E is the next accent. Okay? So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Okay, so it gets, you got to make sure when you do the double here, not the double stroke, but when you double it up, 1 E, now the E is on the right hand, 1 E, so it means you're not playing left hand lead, it's going to be switched. Instead of, ordinarily for right-handed drummers, we're going to play 16th notes, leading with our right hand, but this is going to make it lead with our left hand for the duration of the accent. The next accent is going to get us back on right hand lead. So it's going to switch right hand and left hand lead, okay? So if you follow it out real slowly again, 1, 2, 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. So you just have to make sure 1 E and 2 E and 3 E. Just mess that up. Ready? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. That's it, exactly, okay? You can even slow it down even slower. Making sure that the 1, the E of 2, the and of 3, and the da of 4 are doubled, okay? So once you got that, 3... Okay, so I just did one drum for each accent, okay? So I started 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E. So anytime the new accent, when I got to that next accent, I switched drums, okay? But here, what I want to do actually is I want to play both hands between two drums, and when I switch, I want to go to two different drums, okay? I have a left hand timbale, which you can't see in the screen, but I'll just play it slowly. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I should have went, okay, but I went at the end there. So try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds kind of weird, right? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay? Okay, so you can see. Now the ending one is just duh, right? If we extended it through the measure over the bar line to the next measure, it would end on 2. That might be kind of cool, right? So you can do whatever you want. I'm showing you one measure of this polyrhythm. I think one of those I might have gotten wrong, but you're getting the gist. I'm working this out on live camera. I was just warming up, thinking about this idea, and I'm like, I got to press play and do it. So, you know, my brain's got to catch up with this too. But I'm going to bring it up to speed a little bit. So you can see, again, I'm just going 1 E and a 2. That's the first accent sequence. And then E, 1 E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1. Okay? Let's do it up to speed. Let's mess it up. Okay, so that last time was perfect. The one before I kind of messed up. So I know that I messed up though. That's the thing. You don't want to just kind of fudge it and say, oh, that kind of sounded right. I knew that it wasn't in sequence because I've played this fill so many times, not articulated like this, but I know now by rote what my limbs feel like to play this fill, and I knew it was out of sequence. So just break it down. That's my mantra all the time. Break it down slow, painfully slow, so you can really get it. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. See that? I went 4 E and a, but it's actually 4 E and a 1. Leading with the left hand, right? 4 E and a 1. Okay? One more time. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So you really got to break this down so that you make sure that you're in sync, you've got it down, and then you can play it up to speed, okay? I probably played it up to speed too quickly, but I just wanted to get it out on camera so that you guys could start practicing with this thing because it's very cool. You can also do it with 3-note groupings instead of 5-note groupings, and I'm going to show you that in the next video, but it would sound like this. The same concept. I'm going to try it on live TV. Okay, so that's just taking the dotted 8th note. And so it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Again, it's an odd grouping because you're using 3's instead of 5's. So it's very interesting fill. So you can do the same thing though, but there's more hits because there's more accents. With the one I just showed you before, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, there's only 4. But with the 3's, it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. There's 6 of them, right? So there's more. Okay, so that's a little tidbit for today. Check it out. Post a comment. Share this video. Let me know if this is useful stuff to you. Again, it's just coming out of my brain, and I want to show it to you on live camera and kind of fumble the ball a little bit. But let me know if it's helpful. Take care.